AI is going to take my job. At least that's what the internet keeps telling me. Every week there's a new headline. AI replaces programmers. AI replaces designers. AI replaces writers. At this point, I'm starting to think my toaster is updating its resume. But before we panic, let's figure out what AI actually is. Because when people hear artificial intelligence, they imagine some supercomputer plotting humanity's downfall. Most AI today is basically a really smart autocomplete with a confidence level that should honestly be illegal. And somehow companies are spending billions of dollars on it. Which raises a question. If businesses are investing this much money into AI, somebody's job has to be in danger, right? Well, kind of. Here's the thing. Technology has been ending jobs forever for hundreds of years. When tractors appeared, farmers panicked. When factories appeared, workers panicked. When computers showed up, office workers panicked. And yet somehow we're all still employed, just in slightly different ways. Well, most of us. Some jobs actually did disappear. There used to be people whose entire job was operating elevators. They stood inside a box and pressed buttons. Then automatic elevators arrived, and that career path got absolutely demolished. But technology doesn't just destroy jobs, it creates new ones. Imagine explaining the job YouTuber to someone in 1950. Yeah, I review chicken nuggets online and strangers pay my rent. You'd get sent directly to a doctor. That's the problem with predicting AI. Nobody really knows what happens next. Right now, AI is amazing at specific tasks: writing, coding, translating, summarizing, creating images. But jobs aren't just collections of tasks. Jobs come with responsibility. An AI can help a lawyer write a contract, but if that contract loses millions of dollars, who's getting blamed? The lawyer, not the chatbot. An AI can help a doctor, but if it's wrong, who's standing in court? The doctor, not the algorithm. That's why AI isn't replacing most professionals. It's becoming a tool they use, just like calculators didn't replace accountants, and power tools didn't replace construction workers. They just made them faster. Of course, some jobs are more vulnerable than others. If your work consists mostly of repetitive digital tasks, AI is already warming up in the parking lot. But jobs involving judgment, trust, leadership, negotiation, creativity, or dealing with unpredictable humans are much harder to automate, which is great news. Humans are incredibly unpredictable. Just spend 5 minutes in customer service. So, will AI replace your job? Maybe parts of it, probably the boring parts first. But history suggests something more interesting usually happens. Jobs change, people adapt. And the workers who learn how to use new tools tend to do better than the people who ignore them. So the biggest risk may not be AI taking your job. It might be somebody using AI taking your job, which sounds scary, but that's basically how every technological revolution has worked. So should you panic? Probably not. Because despite all the hype, AI still makes mistakes, hallucinates facts, and occasionally acts like it has no idea what's going on. Which, to be fair, makes it surprisingly human. Follow for more simple explanation.